marching on together, faithful. What's happening, you beautiful Leeds United warriors? Your boy is back with news that's going to shake every single one of you to your core. I'm talking about 3 massive bombshells that I've just dropped about our beloved Whites. And trust me, after you hear what I'm about to tell you, you're going to understand exactly why this transfer window has left us all feeling like we've been through an emotional roller coaster. Listen up, because I've got intel about a superstar winger who betrayed us at the last second. A world-class goalkeeper that our gaffer desperately wanted, but the board said no. And a Danish legend that we're never gonna see in Leeds White. This is the inside story that nobody else is telling you, and it's going to explain everything about why we're all feeling frustrated right now. But before we dive into this absolute madness, do me a massive favor. Smash that like button if you're ready for the truth. Drop a comment telling me how you're feeling about this window. And subscribe with notifications on, because you know, I'm always bringing you the exclusive Leeds content that nobody else dares to cover. Are you ready to find out which player looked us straight in the eye, made us promises, and then stabbed us in the back for Champions League football? Because what happened next is going to make your blood boil. Right, Whites family, let me tell you about Facundo Buonanotte and how this absolute nightmare unfolded. This Argentine wizard was supposed to be our savior, the creative spark that Daniel Farke desperately needed to unlock championship defenses and fire us back to the Premier League where we belong. For 2 years we've been tracking this kid. 2 bloody years of watching him light up Brighton, knowing he was exactly what we needed. A versatile playmaker who could operate as a right winger or attacking midfielder with set-piece delivery. That would make Beckham jealous, and a shot from range that could break the net at Elland Road. The most painful part. We were so close it hurts. Buonanotte was literally on a flight to Leeds. His bags were packed, the medical was scheduled, and we were all ready to welcome him with open arms. The deal was done between us and Brighton. They preferred a loan to England, and we were leading the race ahead of everyone else. What makes this even more gut-wrenching is that we beat Borussia Dortmund to his signature. The German giants had their bid rejected by Brighton specifically because the Seagulls wanted him to stay in England, which opened the door perfectly for us. We thought we'd won the lottery, that finally a top-class creative player was choosing Leeds United over European giants. But then disaster struck like a knife through the heart. That Thursday flight to Leeds? Cancelled. Just like that, our dreams were shattered because those blue plastic flags from West London came swooping in like vultures. Chelsea, with their dirty oil money and blue coat backing, hijacked our deal at the last second and convinced Buonanotte to chase Champions League glory instead of championship promotion with the Whites. The lad even had the audacity to say, "It's a great step in my career. I'll get the opportunity to play in the Champions League for the first time." Well, guess what happened next, Facundo? Karma struck hard because Enzo Maresca has left him completely out of Chelsea's Champions League squad. Those promises they made him, already broken. He's going to be warming the bench at Stamford Bridge while he could have been a Leeds United legend wearing our sacred white jersey every week. Chelsea paid a $2 million loan fee just to bench him, while we would have given him the keys to Elland Road and made him the creative heartbeat of our promotion charge. The irony is absolutely devastating, and it perfectly sums up everything wrong with modern football. But wait, there's more heartbreak coming your way, because our transfer saga gets even more devastating. Now this is where it gets really juicy, Leeds family. Behind the scenes at Thorpe Arch, there was an absolute civil war brewing between Daniel Farke and our recruitment team, and it was all about one man, Alexander Nubel from Bayern Munich. Our gaffer has been obsessed with this German goalkeeper for 3 seasons now. Farke looked at Nubel and saw Germany's future #1, a shot stopper who could have been the perfect replacement for Illan Meslier and the foundation of our promotion. Push! The manager was practically begging the board to make it happen, convinced that Nubel was the missing piece of our championship-winning puzzle. This wasn't just a passing fancy either. Farke had been tracking Nubel since his time at Schalke, watching him develop into one of the Bundesliga's most promising keepers during his loan spells at VfB Stuttgart. The German had all the attributes our manager craved: commanding presence, excellent distribution, and that crucial ability to play out from the back that's so essential to Farke's possession-based system. But here's where the drama exploded. Adam Underwood, Robbie Evans, and the 49ers hierarchy had completely different ideas. They looked at the numbers, saw that Nubo had a 12.3 post-shot expected goals figure, and said, absolutely not. Instead, they went rogue and signed Lucas Perry from Lyon, who has a 115.8 rating in the same metric, a difference so stark it's like comparing night and day. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. According to inside sources, the goalkeeper pursuit was the most divisive process across June and July for the club's hierarchy. Can you imagine the arguments in those board meetings? Farke pounding his fist on the table, demanding his German keeper while Evans is showing. Spreadsheets proving Perry is statistically superior. Aaron Ramsdale from Arsenal, Nick Pope from Newcastle, Robin Zentner from Mainz, Vanja Milinkovic-Savic from Torino. All these world-class names were thrown around while our manager and board were locked in this philosophical battle about the future of our goalkeeping position. It became a clash between old-school scouting intuition and modern data-driven recruitment. The fact that this process dragged on for months shows just how much it meant to everyone involved. In the end, the Suits won over the gaffer, and Nubel remained in Germany while Perry arrived in Yorkshire. But you have to wonder, will Farke ever truly forgive the board for overruling his judgment on such a crucial position? But you think that's the end of our transfer window nightmares? Oh no, my Leeds brothers and sisters, because the final revelation is going to crush whatever hope you had left. This is it, Whites faithful, the final nail in the coffin of our hopes and dreams. After that catastrophic deadline day where we lost Buonanotte to Chelsea and watched Harry Wilson slip through our fingers when Fulham changed their minds at the last second, we all started dreaming about the free agent market, didn't we? Christian Eriksen, the Danish magician who won the Euros, a Premier League legend with over 300 top-flight appearances, a player who could have brought world-class creativity to Elland Road for absolutely nothing. Josh Brownhill, a proven championship warrior who helped Burnley get promoted multiple times, just sitting there waiting for a phone call. We were all thinking the same thing. Surely the forwards, sure the 49ers will pull a rabbit out of the hat and sign one of these quality free agents. The cruel irony is that Eriksen represents everything we desperately need. Experience, leadership, set-piece expertise, and that killer pass that can unlock the tightest championship defenses. At 32, he still has years left in the tank and could have been the perfect mentor for our young midfielders while providing that X factor we've been missing since we lost Rafinha and Calvin Phillips. But then Robbie Evans dropped the most brutal reality check in Leeds United history. In a devastating interview with Graham Smith that crushed the souls of every white around the world, he basically told us to forget about it completely. I don't think right now there's any need so great that it's worth going to the free agent market, he said, like a dagger through our collective hearts. Evans went even further, explaining that free agents are only useful for emergency crisis with injuries, basically admitting that unless half our squad gets hospitalized, we're not signing anyone. He compared it to when we desperately brought Njosuha Guilavogi last season, suggesting that's the only scenario where they dip into the free agent pool. The worst part? He revealed we spent everything we could under PSR rules, 108.9 million across 10 signings, but only 18 million on forwards, with Noah Okafor being our only paid attacking addition. We maxed out our financial limits, bringing in defenders and midfielders, while our goal-scoring problems remain unsolved. Meanwhile, Sunderland spent $25 million on 2 forwards on deadline day alone. Evans even had the audacity to admit their goal is to avoid January completely. No reinforcements come in, no emergency signings, no Danish wizards or free agent miracles. Just what we have right now to fight our way back to the Premier League. He basically told every Leeds fan to lower their expectations and accept that this squad as it stands is our promotion vehicle. The managing director's final insult? Claiming that waiting 8 games into the season puts us 8 games from January, as if that's supposed to comfort us when we're already struggling to create chances and score goals consistently. So there you have it, Leeds United family. The complete heartbreaking truth about our transfer window from hell. a creative genius who chose Chelsea's bench over our starting 11, a goalkeeper civil war that split our club down the middle, and the death of our free agent dreams. Delivered with corporate coldness by our own managing director. Smash that like button. If you're feeling the pain, share this video with every Leeds fan you know, and tell me in the comments, are you still believing in this squad to get us promoted, or are we destined for another year of championship heartbreak? While watching inferior teams like Leicester and Ipswich prosper in the Premier League, the question that's keeping every white awake at night: can Daniel Farke work miracles with what he's got? Or will we look back at this window as the moment our promotion dreams died and our beloved club accepted mediocrity, marching on together